Hey. I can hear the echo from my headphones. Today on the Multimedia Chronicles. That's right. God? Is that you? Let's just turn that down, shall we? Whoa. Alright. Greetings. In kind of a silly mood today. Aren't I always? Well, I was just looking at my videos list on YouTube and realized, wow, it's been like 10 days since I've actually done a proper new video of stuff. So here I am doing a proper new video of stuff. What time is it? It's presently 3:49 p.m. Time to have an itchy ear. Okay. So what's new? What's shaking? What's going down in Groovetown? Well, big news, of course. Oh yes, you knew I'd get it. I got the Dark Knight on Blu-ray. Now some of you may be wondering, why didn't I get the Batpod edition, the boxed set with the Batpod model in it? To be perfectly honest, I wasn't overly impressed with the Batpod, so it just didn't really appeal to me. And there was really no difference in terms of contents. I mean, the Blu-ray is the Blu-ray is the Blu-ray. So, plus the other big reason, of course, is we have this. The Batpod cover and the normal cover, and then inside we have the Joker cover with all the Joker's graffiti on the back, which is quite nice. I don't need to show you because you've all seen it by now. Anyway, very cool, very nice, and just plain lovely. But I noticed, of course, you know, before I was talking about Batman Begins being Batman Le Commencement in French, and that's become a joke amongst me and my friends, is like, yeah, did you see Batman the Commencement yet? Well, the Dark Knight, I was curious what the French would be, and I'm sure you are too. Le Chevalier Noir. Now, which translates to the Black Knight. Not the Dark Knight, the Black Knight. So, I'm wondering, is there no equivalent French word for dark? So what do the French say at that time of day when the most of us say, oh, it's getting dark? Do they just say, it's getting black? It just seems really odd to me. So anyway, so we got Batman the Commencement, of course, which you'll notice I don't have in the crappy bonus packaging. I think I'm just going to leave it out, at least for now. And then we have The Black Knight. So there you go. I have a lot to say about The Dark Knight, but I'm not going to go into it right now because I want to do sort of a thorough review and give my thoughts on the movie, and, you know, Heath Ledger as the Joker, of course, and just, you know, just general chit-chat about it. But I wanted to wait because, well, the main reason being I got an invite to a special BD Live event with Christopher Nolan, of course, the director, in which he's basically going to do a live commentary about the movie and talk to fans about, you know, whatever they want to talk about. So, yeah, so it's me and 99,999 of my closest friends. So it's very, very, you know, close, intimate, Christopher Nolan unplugged, intimate and interactive. Yeah. Anyway, they had 100,000 slots open. I don't know if there's actually going to be 100,000 people there. Somehow I doubt it, because that would be like a full tenth of the number of people that own the Blu-ray. And I'm sure the vast majority of people just wanted the movie and could really care less about BD Live features. So I'm expecting it's going to be a good time. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that is in just a little over 2 hours. So, yeah, looking forward to that. One thing I will say about the DVD, or, well, about the DVD actually and the Blu-ray, this thing has shattered sales records worldwide. I mean, it is just incredible how many things this has sold. Now, about a week ago, my understanding was Blu-ray held approximately 14% of the home video market. They sold, I don't think the official numbers are out yet, but I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they sold somewhere in excess of 1.5 million copies of The Dark Knight on Blu-ray. And they sold about 3 or 4 million on DVD. So the numbers that came in basically said that, suggested that the number of people with Blu-ray players is far higher than expected. That it actually holds a solid 25 to 30% of the home video market. That's pretty amazing. So I'd just like to say, ha, to all you people who said Blu-ray was going to fail. It ain't going to fail. I've been saying this since day one. It's not going to fail. There's just no way it can fail. There's too many companies involved. It's not just Sony, folks. It's everybody. It's everybody. Everybody who makes electronics has their fingers in the Blu-ray pie. So stop blaming Sony for this wonderful new format. Like, yeah, ooh, so bad that they, you know, made Blu-ray. The other thing is, it's got full studio support. And let's talk about the Blu-ray of The Dark Knight versus the DVD of The Dark Knight. I've seen some very interesting comments recently about people who got the 2-disc special edition of The Dark Knight on DVD. And it's really low on extras. Like, it really skimps on the extras. There's a handful of things. You got like the, what is it? You get the IMAX scenes as bonus features, and you get a couple of featurettes, just like things that, you know, there's a documentary about the psychology of the Dark Knight, like the psychology of Batman, and then there's something else about the music or something like that, or the stunts. And that's it. And there's like diddly squat. There's no commentary. There's nothing. So yeah, DVD really got gypped as far as extras go, because on the Blu-ray disc, you have an additional hour of featurettes that you can watch during the movie or independently from the movie. I really like how they did that. You can watch the featurettes incorporated into the movie as an interactive feature, or you can just watch the featurettes on their own as like a behind-the-scenes documentary. And there's about, I think, 64 minutes total of behind-the-scenes stuff, and it's all good stuff. The other thing is the IMAX scenes in the Blu-ray edition are actually incorporated into the film. Now, I've heard mixed opinions on this. The majority of people seem to be in favor of it, and I definitely fall into that camp, but there's some people that don't care for it. The reason being, IMAX is in a different aspect ratio than the rest of the film. The rest of the film was filmed in 2.4 to 1, which is sort of standard CinemaScope, you know, extra wide widescreen. You see stuff like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Raiders of the Lost Ark and things like that. are all done in CinemaScope. Big epic blockbuster movies are usually done in CinemaScope. Whereas the IMAX footage was all filmed in 16:9. So because it's all been incorporated and all presented in its proper original aspect ratio, it means you have 2 aspect ratios for the film. It's not just one. It switches back and forth between them depending if you're watching regular footage or IMAX footage. So yeah, some people don't like that. Myself, I'm really happy that they did that, because I think that was a very bold, daring, and gutsy move on their part to do that. And I was really happy that they did, because it means that we're seeing everything that was shot, full, complete, entire, without any compromise whatsoever. We're seeing absolutely everything as it was intended to be seen. The way it appears on this Blu-ray disc is how it would have appeared if you saw it in IMAX theaters with mixed aspect ratio, because there's no other way to do it. They couldn't do the whole film in IMAX. That would have been prohibitively expensive, but yeah, so I think it's great. I think it's great that they did that. And, you know, I hope that in future, when films are done in that format, like basically mixed, where they do certain scenes in IMAX, certain scenes in, you know, non-IMAX, that they do that, they do the mixed aspect ratio thing, because I have no problem with it. I mean, you really, unless you're looking for it, you really don't notice it that much. I mean, you notice it, but it doesn't detract from the viewing experience. If anything, it made it a little more fun for Annetta and I when we were watching it, because we'd see it, we would see the image expand out to the full 16:9 frame, and we get all excited. We'd be like, "Ooh, an IMAX scene, cool!" So usually it's like the big action scenes or any sort of sweeping panoramic scenes, things like that, that they use the IMAX for, and it looks really good. Like, it's very, very, very nice. So once we get our video projector going, these two are ones that we're definitely going to be checking out again. This one especially, because this one actually has, my understanding is, has vastly superior picture quality to this one. Just the transfer is better quality on The Dark Knight than it is on Batman Begins. But they're still both very good. A lot of people have said that Dark Knight is actually pretty darn close to reference quality, picture quality. As I say, we don't have high def yet, so we can't actually, I can't really comment on that. But judging by what a lot of people have said and what other reviews have said, sounds pretty damn good. But as far as the mixed aspect ratio go, I was delighted, and I was really excited that they did that. Now, I was planning to do something really big for prior to Christmas. It doesn't look like it's going to happen just because I've been so busy with other things and just haven't had the time to do it, and it's going to take a little while to put together. But, so what I thought I would do instead is try to get caught up on some of my reviews, because I've really been slacking on them lately. So here's what you can look forward to over the next little while. I know I promised this before, but this time I'm actually going to follow through, because I'm going to film it as soon as I finish filming this segment. So it will be done. By the time you watch this, it will be filmed and done and in the editing process. Unless I'm off watching the Dark Knight commentary, which I probably will be. But anyway, it'll be done tonight, for sure. You're going to see reviews of a bunch of my 80s cartoon sets. I'm not going to say which ones, but I've had a lot of requests for in-depth reviews of some of the 80s cartoon sets that I have. So I'm going to do a bunch of those. Just like I've got a stack of them that I've set aside that I'm going to do in-depth reviews of. 80s and 90s, because I have a little bit from both eras. So I'll just let you guess and wonder which ones they're going to be for now. But needless to say, they're some of my top requested reviews. So I'm going to do some in-depths on those. Now, I just want to say right off the bat, I'm not planning to do like big, massive, multi-part, epic, you know, 3 or 4 part reviews on these. They're just going to be, you know, short, 15, maybe 20 minutes tops, and that's it. And I'm not going to make them any longer than that. So, because I want to sort of get things moving and get sort of the old reviews out of the way, so I can focus a little more on the newer stuff and things like that. And then in the new year, I really want to do some focuses on some of my larger collections. Things like my Doctor Who collection, for example, which I've had a lot of requests to hear more about. You know, just some of the bigger like sets that I have, like collections of movies. Maybe I'll do something about my Dario Argento collection, things like that. yeah, so pretty cool. So lots of stuff to look forward to. In addition to that, I'm also going to do, I swear, parts 7, 8, and 9 of Dead Space. Does anybody even care about Dead Space anymore? I don't know. It just seems like there's been a lot of other good games that have come out since then. But I'm definitely doing parts 7, 8, and 9 of Dead Space. That's what I was talking about a couple videos back, saying, hey, go read the comments if you want to know what I'm doing. So for those of you who didn't, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do parts 7, 8, and 9. The main reason being is I'm actually putting together a DVD of my Dead Space videos for my mother as a gift, because she's a sci-fi horror fan but doesn't play games very much, but I thought she'd get a kick out of those videos. So I need 3 more parts to fill out the second disc. Otherwise, it's like parts 1 through 5 are on the first disc, and then it's just part 6 on the second disc, and that just seems like a bit of a jip. So you can thank my mother's interest in sci-fi horror for the fact that you're going to get 3 more parts of Dead Space. I don't know if Anetta's going to participate this time, but at the very least you'll have me there to keep you company and hold your hand and cuddle you when you get scared. Alright, well, I've been going for almost 15 minutes now, so that's it from me to you for now. So thanks for watching, and until next time, sayonara. And I will do an in-depth review on the Dark Knight movie as well. I actually babbled a little more about it than I meant to this time. But anyway, talk to you guys later. Take care.